Traxxas Nitro Sport update. 28 ground clearance. Okay. Took the original receiver box out, put a waterproof in. I got the VXL Rustler front end, so it takes the hex nuts. Of course, aluminum bulkhead, aluminum shock tower, RPM arms, RPM carriers, aluminum casters, Proline body mount post. The motor seemed to be good. I took it apart, and the pinch and the sleeve was good, but there was a lot of slop in the rods. I put a new rod, new wrist pin. I shaved, tapered, ramped, and polished the crank. I ported and polished the sleeve. I polished the exhaust, put a tuned pipe on it, so it's tuned for the motor, but it should be okay like that. Aftermarket head. The stock carburetor is only 3mm inlet, which is the Venturi 3mm. I'm putting a 6.5mm SH18 carburetor, so 3.5mm should be significant more fuel and air. Got the low C 10 MT wing mount and wing. I put the updated battery cover on it, so this bolts in solid, doesn't just have the like cheesy zip tie that holds it. I put aluminum camber blocks back here so they won't twist. The original ones are plastic. These ones are aluminum. There, you can see it, this one better. So all this is all aluminum. I replaced all that, so hopefully I can get enough torque out of it to pop a wheelie, ride wheelies. Slipper clutch eliminator. Later on down the road, I want to put aluminum gearbox housing and steel axles. And I want to put the 1/10 truggy tires on to give it more of a truggy look. But I did upgrade the wiring harness. Put newer harness on it so I can just plug it in right here to charge it. I don't have to take the box apart. I put longer shocks on it so it sits up a lot higher. Stiffened up the rear end to help with wart riding wheelies. And then the infamous Bulldog body, which I hunted forever to get, which Rusty knows I've had it for like a year and a half. I really can't see it too good in on the video, but I did a lot of like fade graphics, if you'd say. I got it cut out. I even cut out in the back of the windows with the bevel out on both sides, because that's perfect for when it's on the car. Let's get it on there. These slots are going right back into the head of the engine. So I had to notch the body out for the muffler. There it is all together. Took a while to get the masking all done the way I wanted it. But it turned out pretty good. A little bit better than I thought it was going to turn out. I love the blue. A lot better than what I expected to be, but
4 years after the tank was launched, and actually has devastating consequences for the battery.
And I want to put the 110 scale Truggy tires on it. I think that's going to makes a difference. But, paint job looks a lot better in person, I think, than it does on the video. So I have a 408 ounce aluminum waterproof servo I'm putting for the throttle and brake, and then have the high torque steering servo. So I need to replace the throttle servo. I'm going to redo the shocks with titanium pins and boots to cover it. The carburetor and Truggy tires and rims. I think that'll be it. But that's the update of it. Let me know what you think.
Once belief is out there, it's pretty difficult. You have to take some gargantuan steps to disprove it.
We've got to mix up one last ingredient before the experiment can begin.